In the aftermath of the relentless battle against the elements, the survivors stood on the battered deck, their faces etched with exhaustion and relief. They were a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, forged in the crucible of adversity. The immense resilience, a once majestic vessel, had weathered the tempest's fury. Waves the size of mountains had crashed upon her decks. Winds howled like vengeful spirits, and the sky unleashed torrents of rain as if the heavens themselves wept for their plight. Yet, against all odds, they had persevered. Captain Robert Thornton, a weathered and grizzled seafarer, surveyed the scene before him. His sharp eyes took in every detail, from the tattered sails to the faces of his crew. They had been through hell and back, but their determination had never wavered. The journey had begun weeks earlier, when the Miss Resilience had set sail from the port of Portsmouth on a mission of great importance. Their destination was the remote island of Avalor, a place rumored to hold secrets that could change the course of history. But fate had other plans. A fierce storm, unlike any they had ever encountered, had descended upon them with a fury that defied description. It was as if the very elements themselves conspired to prevent their progress. Small failures had punctuated the battle, and yet, it was these setbacks that had ultimately paved the way for their success. The crew had faced the brink of despair, only to emerge stronger and more resilient than before. They had witnessed the destructive force of the sea, and in doing so, had discovered the depths of their own courage. One such setback had occurred when the ship's mainmast snapped like a twig under the relentless assault of the storm. The crew had rallied, improvising a makeshift replacement from spare timber and ropes. It was a testament to their resourcefulness and determination. Another crisis had arisen when their food supplies were contaminated by salt water that had breached the hull. For days, they had subsisted on meager rations and rainwater, their hunger gnawing at their spirits. But even in the face of starvation, they had not lost hope. And as the days turned into weeks, Captain Thornton had been forced to make difficult decisions. He had charted a new course, away from the eye of the storm, even though it meant deviating from their original path. It was a gamble that had paid off, leading them to calmer waters and a chance to regroup. Throughout it all, the crew had rallied around their captain. They had worked tirelessly, repairing damage, bolstering the ship's defenses, and offering each other words of encouragement. They had become a family, bound by a shared goal and an unbreakable bond. Now, as they stood on the battered deck, their eyes turned toward the horizon. The storm had finally abated, leaving behind a vast expanse of open sea. In the distance, they could see the silhouette of Avalor, bathed in the soft glow of the setting sun. Captain Thornton raised his spyglass and focused it on the island. He could make out the outlines of ancient ruins, overgrown by centuries of vegetation. It was a place of mystery and intrigue, and they were on the verge of unlocking its secrets. "Prepare to make landfall, my friends," the captain announced. "We have faced the worst that the sea can throw at us and emerged victorious. Now, we stand on the threshold of discovery, ready to uncover the truth that awaits us on Avalor." The crew erupted into cheers, their fatigue momentarily forgotten. They had endured the harshest of trials, and now they were ready to reap the rewards. They had proven that the human spirit was capable of weathering even the most devastating of storms. As the Miss Resilience sailed toward Avalor, I couldn't help but feel a profound sense of admiration. I had been a mere observer, a chronicler of their journey, but I had witnessed something truly remarkable. The indomitable spirit of humanity had prevailed, and in the face of adversity, they had shown that they were capable of achieving the impossible. The island of secrets, the Miss Resilience glided through the calm waters, its once tattered sails now billowing in the gentle breeze. The crew moved with purpose, preparing to make landfall on the island of Avalor. Captain Robert Thornton stood at the helm, his eyes fixed on the approaching shore. Avalor had been a distant speck on the horizon when they first spotted it, but as they drew closer, its features became more defined. Lush forests covered the island's interior, and jagged cliffs rose from the shoreline. Ancient ruins, shrouded in mystery, beckoned from a distance. The crew gathered on the deck, their anticipation palpable. They had weathered a relentless storm and emerged stronger, but the promise of what lay ahead filled them with excitement and trepidation. "Lower the anchor," Captain Thornton's command echoed through the ship, and the crew sprang into action. As the anchor bit into the seabed, securing the Miss Resilience in place, the crew readied the longboats for the journey to shore. Captain Thornton knew that the island held secrets that could change the course of history, but he also knew that they had to tread carefully. "Remember, my friends," he addressed the crew, "we are explorers, not conquerors. We seek knowledge, not riches. Treat this land with respect, for it has guarded its secrets for centuries." With those words, the first group of crew members descended into the longboats and began rowing toward the island. They approached a secluded cove, where the cliffs gave way to a pebbled beach. The crew members stepped onto the shore, their boots crunching on the stones. The island of Avalor was alive with the sounds of nature. Birds sang in the trees, and the air was thick with the scent of blooming flowers. It was a stark contrast to the tempest they had just left behind. Captain Thornton led the way, his gaze fixed on the ancient ruins that lay ahead. They had come to Avalor in search of answers, and he was determined to find them. The crew moved cautiously through the dense foliage, their footsteps muffled by the thick carpet of moss and leaves. The ruins grew closer with each step, revealing intricate carvings and weathered stones that hinted at a civilization long past. As they entered the heart of the ruins, Captain Thornton paused to examine a particularly well-preserved carving. It depicted a scene of people gathered around a central figure, their faces filled with reverence. The meaning of the carving eluded them, but it was a clue, a piece of the puzzle they sought to solve. Spread out and search for any signs of habitation or artifacts, the captain instructed. The crew fanned out, each member exploring a different corner of the ruins. Hours turned into days as they combed through the remnants of a forgotten civilization. They discovered pottery shards, pieces of intricately designed jewelry, and fragments of scrolls that hinted at a rich history. Yet, the true purpose of their quest remained elusive. One evening, as the crew gathered around a campfire, a young sailor named Amelia approached Captain Thornton. She held a small, weathered scroll in her hand. "Captain, I found this hidden in the crevice of a stone wall," she said. "It appears to be a map of some kind." Captain Thornton took the scroll and unrolled it. His eyes widened as he studied the intricate lines and symbols that adorned the parchment. "This could be it," he murmured to himself. "The key to unlocking Avalor's secrets." He gathered the crew around the campfire and displayed the map for all to see. It depicted a series of landmarks, including the ruins they had explored. But there was one feature that stood out: a hidden chamber marked by a cryptic symbol. "We must find this chamber," Captain Thornton declared. "It may hold the answers we seek." With renewed determination, the crew set out the following morning, following the map's directions. They navigated dense forests, scaled treacherous cliffs, and crossed rushing streams. Each step brought them closer to their goal, and their sense of purpose grew stronger with every obstacle they overcame. Finally, they arrived at the location marked on the map, a colossal stone arch that spanned a narrow gorge. The crew approached the arch, their hearts pounding with anticipation. They searched for any signs of an entrance to the hidden chamber. It was Amelia who made the discovery. She spotted a narrow crevice in the stone wall, partially concealed by ivy. With trembling hands, she reached inside and felt the cool touch of metal. It was a lever hidden from sight for centuries. Precision. The crew gathered around as Captain Thornton examined the scrolls, his eyes widening with each passing moment. "These are the writings of the island's inhabitants," he said in awe. Avalor was not just a forgotten land. It was a place of knowledge and wisdom. The crew members couldn't contain their excitement. They had journeyed through treacherous seas, faced the fury of nature, and explored ancient ruins to find answers. Now, those answers lay before them, written in the language of a bygone civilization. As Captain Thornton began deciphering the scrolls, he learned of the island's history. Avalor had once been home to a remarkable society that revered nature and the elements. They had lived in harmony with the land, creating stunning works of art and harnessing the power of the natural world. One scroll spoke of a powerful artifact known as the Heart of Avalor. It was said to be a gemstone of unparalleled beauty and energy, capable of controlling the very elements themselves. The heart had been hidden away, safeguarded from those who might misuse its power. The crew realized that this was what they had been searching for, an artifact of immeasurable significance. The legends surrounding the Heart of Avalor spoke of its ability to bring balance to the world, to calm storms, and to heal the land. It was a prize worth pursuing, not for personal gain, but for the betterment of all. With newfound purpose, the crew embarked on a quest to find the Heart of Avalor. The scrolls provided cryptic clues and riddles, leading them to various locations on the island. Each step of their journey was fraught with challenges, from navigating treacherous jungles to deciphering ancient puzzles. One such challenge brought them to the heart of the island, a place of untamed beauty and danger. There, they encountered magnificent creatures, giant serpents that slithered through the foliage, vibrant birds with plumage that seemed to defy the imagination, and elusive beasts that moved like whispers in the wind. These creatures, the crew learned, were the guardians of Avalor, entrusted with protecting its secrets. It became clear that the island itself was a living entity, a testament to the power of nature. The crew respected these guardians, knowing that their quest was not one of conquest but of cooperation. Amidst these encounters, the crew also uncovered the remnants of the island's civilization. They explored ancient temples, where the elements were worshipped, and intricate gardens that seemed to bloom eternally. They marveled at the craftsmanship of the island's inhabitants, whose artistry had been lost to time. As they ventured deeper into Avalor, they faced moments of peril that tested their mettle. In one instance, a sudden earthquake threatened to trap them in a collapsing cave. In another, a ferocious storm unleashed its fury, forcing them to seek shelter in an underground cavern. Through it all, the crew remained united, their determination unwavering. They knew that the heart of Avalor held the key to restoring balance to the world, and they were willing to face any challenge to obtain it. Their journey also revealed the interconnectedness of all living things. They witnessed how the creatures of Avalor coexisted in harmony, each playing a vital role in the island's ecosystem. It was a lesson in the delicate balance of nature, one that left a lasting impression on the crew. As they followed the clues from the ancient scrolls, they encountered a tribe of island inhabitants who had managed to preserve the teachings and traditions of their ancestors. These wise elders welcomed the crew, recognizing their sincere quest to find the heart of Avalor. The elders shared their knowledge of the island's history and the significance of the heart. They explained that the artifact had been hidden away to protect it from those who would misuse its power, for the heart had the potential to both heal and harm. With the guidance of the elders, the crew drew closer to their goal. They learned of a hidden temple deep within Avalor, where the heart was said to be kept. To reach the temple, they had to navigate a treacherous series of caves, filled with traps and challenges designed to test their resolve. As they descended into the darkness of the caves, the crew relied on their trust in one another and their unwavering determination. They solved puzzles that required both intellect and intuition, and they faced trials that demanded courage and ingenuity. At last, they reached the heart of the labyrinthine caves, a massive chamber filled with crystals that glowed with an ethereal light. In the center of the chamber, atop a stone pedestal, rested the heart of Avalor. The crew of the Miss Resilience became legendary figures, known not for their conquests, but for their compassion and determination. They had embarked on a quest for a powerful artifact, but in the end, they had discovered something far greater, deeper connection to the world around them and the profound ability of the human spirit to effect change. And so, in the aftermath of their relentless battle against the elements, the survivors stood on the battered deck of the Miss Resilience, their faces etched with exhaustion and relief. They were a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, forged in the crucible of adversity. Small failures had punctuated the battle, and yet, it was these setbacks that had ultimately paved the way for their success. The crew had faced the brink of despair, only to emerge stronger and more resilient than before. They had witnessed the destructive force of the sea, and in doing so, had discovered the depths of their own courage. As I stood among them, a witness to their unwavering determination, I couldn't help but feel a profound sense of admiration. The human spirit, it seemed, was capable of weathering even the most devastating of storms. The Restoration, with the heart of Avalor in their possession, the crew of the Miss Resilience set out on a mission to heal the world. Their journey took them to the four corners of the Earth, where they encountered environmental crises of unprecedented magnitude. Their first stop was the drought-ridden plains of Africa. For years, the land had suffered from a lack of rainfall, leading to famine and despair among its people. The crew used the heart's power to summon rain clouds and bring much-needed relief to the parched earth. As the rain began to fall, the crew witnessed a transformation. Barren fields turned green, and rivers once reduced to mere trickles swelled with life-giving water. The people of the region rejoiced, and the crew knew they had made a difference. Next, they journeyed to the Amazon rainforest, where rampant deforestation threatened one of the world's most biodiverse regions. With the heart's help, they caused rapid reforestation, causing trees to grow at an astonishing rate. The crew worked alongside local communities to protect their environment, teaching sustainable practices that would ensure the rainforest's survival. In the icy reaches of Antarctica, they confronted the devastating effects of climate change. Melting glaciers and rising sea levels threatened not only the region's unique wildlife, but also coastal communities around the world. The crew used the heart to slow the melting, giving humanity more time to address the root causes of climate change. Their final destination took them to the Pacific Ocean, where they faced the destructive force of powerful storms. Using the heart's energy, they calmed the tempests and saved countless lives. They also worked to clean up the vast islands of plastic debris that marred the world's oceans, reminding humanity of the importance of responsible stewardship of the Earth. Throughout their journey, the crew encountered challenges and resistance. Some doubted the authenticity of the heart's power, while others feared its potential misuse. Captain Thornton and his crew understood the weight of their responsibility and the need for transparency. They established a council of scientists, environmentalists, and world leaders to oversee the heart's use. Together, they developed guidelines for its responsible use, ensuring that it would only be employed for the betterment of the planet. As years passed, the world began to change. The crew's efforts, combined with global initiatives to address climate change and protect the environment, bore fruit. Nature began to heal, and the elements returned to their natural rhythms. The crew of the HMS Resilience had not only restored the balance of nature, but also rekindled humanity's respect for the Earth. People around the world began to appreciate the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of preserving the environment for future generations. During their journey, Captain Thornton and Amelia had grown close, their shared experiences forging a deep bond between them. As they worked side by side to heal the planet, their friendship blossomed into a love that transcended the trials they face. On a pristine beach in the Maldives, surrounded by the tranquil beauty of nature, Captain Thornton proposed to Amelia. He presented her with a ring crafted from a rare gemstone they had discovered on their journey, a symbol of their enduring love and commitment to the Earth. They were married on that very beach, with the heart of Avalor as their witness, and vowed to continue their mission to protect and preserve the environment. Their love story became an inspiration to others, a testament to the power of love and shared purpose. The crew of the HMS Resilience returned to Avalor one final time, where they thanked the wise elders for their guidance. The island had been their source of inspiration and knowledge, and they wanted to express their gratitude before embarking on a new chapter of their lives. As they sailed away from Avalor, the heart of Avalor remained a symbol of hope and responsibility. It was entrusted to the council they had established, ensuring its protection and ethical use for generations to come. The crew of the HMS Resilience continued their journey, not as explorers seeking an artifact, but as guardians of the Earth. They dedicated their lives to environmental conservation, working tirelessly to address the challenges that still threaten the planet. Their legacy lived on through their children and grandchildren, who inherited a world that had learned to cherish and protect its natural wonders. The lessons of Avalor of balance and of the interconnectedness of all life became ingrained in the collective consciousness of humanity. And so, in the aftermath of their relentless battle against the elements, the survivors of the HMS Resilience stood as beacons of hope, guardians of the Earth, and champions of the indomitable spirit of humanity. Their journey had not only saved the world, but had also shown that when faced with adversity, the human spirit could rise above and create a better future for all. As I reflect on their remarkable tale, I am reminded of the power of determination, love, and responsibility. It serves as a testament to the potential for positive change in the face of even the greatest challenges. May their story inspire generations to come to protect and cherish the Earth, for it is our shared responsibility to ensure its well-being.
Cruiser sunk. Our victory is in sight.
destroyed an enemy cruiser.